Before we start today's episode, let me tell you about my latest adventure. Introducing Lux Coffee Co., a specialty-grade coffee company inspired by creativity and creatives. The debut range is sourced from some of the best farms in Brazil, Peru, Colombia, and Africa, offering beautiful flavors and notes. Our single origins and house blends are roasted every Monday for next day shipping. Visit luxcoffee.co.uk and use code PODCAST for 15% off your first order. And yes, there's exceptional merch too. Lux Coffee Co. is where art meets exceptional coffee. Hello and welcome to 5 Minute Magic from Creativity for Sale podcast, a quick fire episode sharing tips and tricks from the pages of the book of the same title. Yes, Creativity for Sale. Every week I'll be sharing 1 or 2 ideas that could give you an actionable takeaway for your creative career, your business, or just a food for thought for the weekend ahead. These tips are taken from the audiobook, and you can find a link to the full version in the show notes. What happens when a client sends you a list of feedback longer than the full volume of War and Peace? Unless you're a seasoned pro who has worked on their process, you're likely to panic, catastrophize, and even resent your work. So, in today's episode, we're exploring the often overlooked aspect of running a creative business, the human side of things, the bridge between client aspiration and reality. We'll discuss the importance of proactive problem solving and confident communication in steering project to success. We'll talk about the value of client feedback and how to handle positive and negative reviews to continually improve your business.
A creative business is rarely all about creativity, and it often might not resemble a business too much either. A lot of the time, your role is to act as a therapist, life coach, cheerleader, or shoulder to cry on, whether it's for your team or your clients. You are the client's bridge between their aspirations and reality. As such, every new project is as much about the human aspects of dealing with people as it is about doing business and being creative. Often, projects involve individuals or groups of people working together for the first time, whether it's you and a client hiring a bunch of freelancers, or a creative business starting out with their own new team. On these occasions, everyone will generally come together to get the job done. Even if occasionally life gets in the way, it's often dealt with behind the scenes, with an air of professionalism and pragmatism. But occasionally, you will need to step in and solve the problem, and this requires 3 things: proactivity, confidence, and great communication skills. If you see something going wrong, don't leave it until the plate stops spinning and hit the floor. If the problem is within your own team, then proactively and kindly speak to the relevant parties to see how you can solve the problem together. If they need to step back from the project, then you'll have time to replace them thanks to your proactivity. If you see the problem occurring within the client's team setup, confidently and constructively raise it with them, with a solution to fix it. Like mistakes, you can't avoid problems, and they will inevitably occur in business. As I said earlier, even blockbuster budgets don't guarantee 0 issues. But you can often choose your problems wisely by proactively scoping out projects and clients before committing, choosing the right projects and clients for you, and choosing the right team for your business, which is everything we've been working towards up to this point. You can also reduce the likelihood of problems occurring by proactively and confidently communicating early. If you set the project on the right course straight out of the harbour, then it's more likely to stay on course. This goes back to your first conversation with the client, remember that? But it may also require regular reminders and steering. If you let your client or one of your team steer, and they've never been at the helm before, then you can quickly go off course, lose momentum, or get stuck on the rocks. All metaphors aside, what this often translates to in real life is an endless stream of design feedback from the client. Proactive, confident communication is the key to solving most problems or preventing them from occurring in the first place. Grow your reputation. One bad review never killed a solid business, and likewise, one good review never stopped a bad business from failing. Your reputation is harvested over a long period of time, and it should be something you always keep in mind. As I've said many times, don't worry, I'm going to shut up soon, it's vital to be reliable and trustworthy, to deliver what you say you will, or more in some cases, and to put your soul into what you do. If you continue to do this, your reputation should grow organically, and you will find yourself getting recommended by former clients, getting repeat business, and developing a name for yourself. But as much as this word-of-mouth approach is good, you should also keep a written track of your reputation, as this is also part of your progress. As I mentioned earlier, you should always ask your clients for feedback on your performance at the end of a project. Sometimes this might be inward-facing feedback for your own learning and growth, but other times this should be outward-facing feedback such as case studies, reviews, and testimonials to show other people what you can do. And when you inevitably get one negative review or some less than stellar feedback, take the time to think about what went wrong and how you can put it right in the future.
Hey, just a quick note to say thank you for joining me on this episode. If this is your first time or you're a regular listener, please take a minute and rate the show on your chosen platform. A short review helps every show to be more visible to new listeners and provide them with value. So thank you for helping out. Thank you.